Tom Gray here. Got a Skilsaw 77 toolbox that I got along with a Skilsaw 77 that I'm gonna refurb in an upcoming video. In this video, I'm gonna refurb just the box. The lid didn't close all the way. It had some quality issues from the factory that we're gonna correct. And its finish was kind of faded and beat up. So this is like a working refurb. This is not a restoration. It's getting the box back on its feet, making it useful, and putting it back in service. I'll show you how I did it. It's going to be a very straightforward and simple refurb. This is not a restoration. This box is going to go in service. It's in really good shape. It's rusty, but I don't like that fully restored look. I kind of like the rusted old look. So I'm going to kind of do the minimum to this to get it back in service, and so it won't deteriorate any further. Let's start with an inspection. Point number one, the sheet metal on the lid is peeled away a little bit on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, just a little bit, easily fixed. One half of the bottom is pretty rusty, and there are some little pinholes here where it rusted through. The lid is detenting. Watch the back here, you might be able to see it. As I open the lid, see, it gets right there and then it hangs up, hangs itself open. Now as I push it closed, just watch this rear surface. I don't know if you saw that, but this is pushed in, so when I force the lid shut, this popped back out. So that means this has been dented. So there's a bend or something's been banged on here. We just got to find it and straighten it out. The inside is pretty dirty and full of oil impregnated sawdust. Out of the lid is actually in pretty good shape. And this front lip is got a couple of dings in it. Step one, I'm going to remove the lid from the box. I'm going to do that by driving out the hinge pin on the piano hinge. And that's simply done with a nail set and a pair of vice grips. It's pretty simple. Let's close the lid. Then I take the nail set, put it on the hinge pin, and give it a few love taps. So now I'm going to get a nail and push it out some more. Then a little pin punch, and I'll knock it through some more. Then I'm going to open the lid, find where it's most relaxed, which is right about there. Grab the pin with some vice grips. Off comes the lid. I should have said that I soaked that thing in WD for a couple of days. I just spooged it on there and just let it sit and do its thing for a couple of days. Now it's bath time. So I'm just gonna hose down the interior with this and let it sit for a little while. So this is just going to get cleaned. Knock a little bit of this flakiness off here, but that's it. This is the kitchen sink. So now we're just going to wash the inside out with Dawn dish soap and a sponge with the green, you know, very mild Scotch-Brite on it. And it's just very gently scrubbing and rinsing and scrubbing and rinsing. I'll come back when this is done. It's just me. It's like watching somebody do dishes. Now is the equally inglorious job of blowing it down with just with compressed air to get all the moisture out of all the nooks and crannies. And now just a wipe down with WD. Now I'm going to let it sit overnight, and you can already see how much of the color came back. That Skill dark green, gray green. So now it sits overnight. The only rust removal I'm going to do is just on the bottom here where we've got the holes, and it's pitted pretty good, but the rest of the box is very solid, and even this isn't too bad. So I'm just going to do that with a wire brush. This is all the rust removal I'm going to do, and we just uncovered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. So now I'm just going to drill them back till we reach solid metal. Just to plug up these holes, I'm going to weld them. And this is just a brass pipe plug. I'm going to hold it on the bottom side of the hole on the inside and then just tack over it till the hole's closed up. Looking at the back now, trying to figure out why this thing is dimpling or oil canning. There's a dent right here, and I think it's stretching this half of the back panel. So I can straighten that out easy enough. Then there's a dent going in there, and a dent coming out at you right here. And those are due to this. So this is the saw bracket that holds the handle. And it's twisted, skewed, and bent, and then spot welded in with factory spot welds. So it looks like it was just put together poorly, poor quality control back at the old Michael Saw Company in Chicago. So I'll cut that loose. I'll break those factory spot welds, try and straighten out this bracket and re-weld it, and correct these 3 points of damage here, and then the lid should loosen up and operate smoothly. There it is. Now I'm going to re-drill these spot weld holes. And now let's see what we can do about this mangled bracket. Almost like new. All right, I'll get this clamped up in place and spot weld it. I'm going to back this up with a piece of aluminum on the inside so that when I'm plug welding, I won't blow right through this relatively thin sheet metal on the inside. Oil canning's gone, or dimpling, whatever you want to call it. And there it is. That's all the metal finishing it's going to get right there. It's smooth. And I'll just cover this with a spot of paint. And the inside, that little hole in there is from where the spot weld broke. I'm going to leave that just like it is. So, fixed. I'm just going to hit this, just fog it with flat black. Just noticed one other little defect here. The hinge is missing a spot weld right here. You can see it pulling away from the box. It's spot welded all along here and over here, but missing in here, probably because this deformed bracket probably pushed it out of position. So when they went to resistance weld it, the plates weren't touching, so the welder just went zzz, zzz, but didn't join anything. So I'm gonna pop a hole in this inner hinge and then spot weld it to the box from the inside out. Much better. To sort of mask our flat black patch there, I went to the hardware store and had some paint matched to this old dark gray green. They did a fairly decent job. And now I'm just going to sponge it onto that spot. As this whole thing has got a crinkle paint finish, which you kind of can't get anymore. I mean, they got box coat and that stone paint and stuff like that, but the old-fashioned crinkle you kind of can't get. So I'm just going to sponge it on there. Just not that that's going to fool anybody, but it at least looks like a halfway decent repair. And now for the finishing, this is what we're using. Just put on with one of these cheap hardware store brushes. Some guys use linseed oil and use linseed oil mixed with varnish or linseed oil mixed with mineral spirits. But I found this stuff works just as good. The rat rod guys, the car guys like the linseed oil, but this works. It does give it a little bit more gloss. So it will ruin the patina a little bit, but it stops the rust and looks old and gives it a nice protective coating. So it gets this inside and out. As the last step before assembly, I'm just going to sand off the hinge pin just with some worn out 60 grit. I'm going to lubricate the hinge pin with beeswax. That way there's nothing dripping down the side of the box or little graphite chunks coming out. And reassembly's dead simple. You just line up the hinge barrels. And then reinsert the hinge pin. Sometimes makes it easier to just flip it up on one end and tap the pin in and align the barrels as you go. And drive it the last little distance with a nail set. It doesn't hang up anymore, hold itself open. Latches work. Repair doesn't even look too out of place. Handle works. Opens nicely. Well, I think I'm going to call this one a success. This box is back to life. In an upcoming video, I'm going to do the saw that goes inside of it, rebuild the saw that goes inside of it. But I'm going to call this a success, and it's on to the next project. I'll see you there and then.